Hello and welcome everybody. Today I will be Hello and welcome. This is Cheesy Zealot here, casting another PvP cheese game. So over here will be my opponent Juby. I'm going to call him Juby. It might be Jubei for all I know. The red Protoss on the left side of the map, and myself, El Bontito, over here on the right side of the map as the blue Protoss. Given that this is a 3 possible potential spawn map, I guess I should say, I go ahead and send 2 probes out super early to check out, is there going to be a base here? Is there going to be a base here? And I also asked my standard, hey, Jubei, do you mind if I go ahead and cheese? Fortunately, again, he is not one to hold a grudge and is happy to go ahead and tell me that I am allowed to cheese him as much as I would like. You know, I'm nice to him. I'm generally pretty cheery. I don't think I troll people too hard. Besides, you know, the ingrained troll factor of actually cheesing people. So he sees this probe come in, but doesn't actually commit to finding it very much. So I'm lucky, and I go ahead and send in this probe and pop down my pylon in a spot that I like on this map right here, where it's very difficult to, if you place a forge in this spot, attack a cannon right behind it, but you also have just enough space to place a cannon. So as I wait for that pylon to finish and my second probe to arrive, which he does scout and see and thinks potentially my base is here, woe to him as well, I continue chronoing some probes out in my home base and just hold position my probe right there to check and see if any other probes go ahead and get in there, then I can hold him off just long enough, hopefully, for this forge to build and to place a cannon right behind it. So, as my usual ploy is, I send one probe in to scout and distract my opponent as they follow it around thinking that that is my cheesy probe, and my other probe here to just go ahead and maintain my beautiful positioning, toss a cannon down, and prepare myself for the eventual attack. At this point, he is scouting my base and starting to realize, oh, there are no buildings here, and as I get out some more workers, he is starting to get worried about where, again, about where my buildings are and where my units are, and thinking potentially that this probe right here has something to do with it, is going to be difficult for him. So he decides, you know what, I'm going to get a gateway, I'm going to get my cyber core out, I'm going to hope that I can get some stalkers out before this cheese comes into place. And I continue to just walk around with this one probe, hoping that it'll be effective. And I have just enough minerals now that I feel like, oh, I'm going to toss down another pylon. I'm going to have enough to start using that pylon aggressively to place some more cannons. Feeling pretty confident that I have this cannon here to defend at least these 3 buildings, if not this additional cannon that I place right here. So with these 2 probes, I go ahead and back up because I want to keep them at at full shields for my adventures and excursions in the future. I toss down another photon cannon just as he is tossing down another photon cannon. 2 photon cannons on his side, which is slightly more difficult for me. But fortunately for me, I do distract several of his probes and end up sniping one just in the nick of time. As this photon cannon continues building, and this one as well continue building, I decide, you know what, I don't need to fight these photon cannons, I can let those finish. I can focus on distracting and destroying him on the mineral line. That's the nice thing about cannon rushes, is you don't actually need to always fight these battles on the same place that they defend. You can destroy your cannons in the one place and rebuild them somewhere else as long as you haven't completed them yet. So this cannon, I realize, is, you know, he's doing okay right now. So I'm going to go ahead and use him to just at least keep this cannon and that zealot distracted. And I also toss a photon cannon right here and wedge it right in between the Vespine Geyser, a pylon that I use, and another gateway to completely protect it from any more than one single probe at a time. While he does successfully destroy one of my probes, another one gets away only to be eaten eventually by the last remaining probe. Fortunately for me, again, the structure of this little base with the cannon behind and the cannon in front prevents him from having any real direct attack over my buildings there. And even as I start getting my stuff together here, I have a cannon finishing, a second cannon finishing, and not very much defense from him in all terms. He's got his cannons over here, and he's trying to construct a warp gate probably to harass me at a later time. But given that I have 2 cannons already here directly harassing and really ruining his mineral line, he does not have a good day. So At this point, he's realizing, you know what, I've only got a few probes. This is probably the end of my time here versus El Bandito. And I also go ahead and head out for the game. So if you're interested in learning how to cheese like this, feel free to shoot me a line. And feel free also to send in your fun cheese replays to cheesyzealot@gmail.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to cheesing with you again soon.